Hello, explorers, and welcome to Art at Home with Mrs. C. Today, fourth grade, we are going to be making an Earth Day project. Now, you saw on the Google Slides, this lesson has lots of lines in it and focuses on variety. Now, variety just means using lots of different types of a certain color. So light blue, dark blue, light green, yellow green, forest green, all those different types of blues and greens to really represent our Earth. So our first step is going to be able to take a pencil or a Sharpie or a pen, whatever you have at your house, a piece of paper. This is actually a piece of cardboard we got in the mail. So whatever you have to draw on will work just fine, okay? First step is we're gonna make this line, and this line is gonna be a continuous line that does not stop. So you wanna think about this line going for a walk. So if I start at the top corner of my paper, and I just make it pretty interesting, maybe with some waves, maybe go straight, side to side. However you want to fill this paper and take your line for a walk will make your picture more interesting. And if you have to stop and take a break, okay, just go back and pick up where you left off, to keep that one continuous line going and to fill the paper. Now you really want to get your lines pretty close together, not too far apart, okay? You do want to still leave some space, so kind of find that happy compromise between the two. But make it interesting. This line is taking a stroll. Think about these beautiful days we've been having in North Carolina. Take a stroll down a windy path until you fill up the entire piece of paper. Like I said, it's okay to take breaks. You just want to pick up where you left off. Now maybe I'm going to travel down this way and work on filling my space a little bit differently. Maybe some wiggles in there. And this part is probably going to take you a little bit to complete. Slow and steady wins the race, so try not to rush it to complete the whole paper, okay? From that point, you're going to decide what size you want your Earth to be. So for this step, I'm actually going to switch to maybe a green marker so we can see the Earth a little bit better. So I can decide if I want my Earth to be the center of this roll of tape, the outside of this roll of tape, or if I want to go really big by tracing a bowl or a lid. So for today, I'm just going to trace it nice and big with my marker. And like I said, whatever supplies you have at home, any circle will do. Now it's a little hard to see that circle, but we are going to go for it anyway. Now it's time to color. So what I've done is I've gotten a group of art supplies together. They're all different versions, of blues and greens. Okay, so all of these I can choose from in order to fill in my Earth. Now, for the example, I use markers. They do show up a little bit brighter, but crayons, you definitely have a lot more variety. So I'm going to start with a crayon, and I'm going to start filling in some of these spaces. Now, it's kind of hard to see how long you're going to be using this color for because these lines are definitely like a maze. They just keep going and going, but I'm going to fill in those spaces the best I can with any materials I have. As long as they are blues and greens, you are good to go. And if you have paint at home, maybe some watercolors might look good in here too. So you definitely have some room for some creativity to make these earths very, very unique. Okay, so this blue is going to take us almost like the ocean of the earth. Reminds me more of like a river from above, from a bird's eye view. But you'll see as you gradually start to fill in this earth, it's going to come together. Now, I would definitely recommend trying to put some greens next to blues, not trying to put all the blues in one spot, but it's probably going to happen, and it will look beautiful either way. So now that space is complete because I've gone right up to the edge of my earth circle, and now I'm ready for my next color. So maybe I'll switch to maybe a blue marker, that is. And maybe I'll put some blue in this space right here. Now, since I use cardboard, it does feel and sound a little bit differently, but whatever you have around will work for you. Now, this is one of Coleman's crayons, so it's a little bit fatter, but let's get some green going right up against that Sharpie. Now, you just have to be careful that you're staying inside of the circle. Now, eventually, you are going to fill up this entire earth, and as you saw in the Google Slides, the background is totally up to you. So I've had friends do this with warm colors in the background, with rainbow colors in the background. So however you would like to finish this up, it will look great. Okay, up here, maybe I'll do some teal. And it's okay to repeat the color just as long as it's not right next to it. So that's starting to fill up the top half of my earth. Now I could keep going and going and going, but I want to give you guys some time to create. So once again, enjoy, have fun. I cannot wait to see your earths, and enjoy art at home with Mrs. Camello. I miss you guys. Bye.